Okay, what movie should I watch now? Deadpool, I've already seen that. Silent Hill, nah.
I am greatest.
What the? Okay, why am I hearing these? Where are these coming from? Why would I do that? Okay, just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Hey, check this out. That actually looks good. I mean, Ryan Reynolds kicked ass in Deadpool, why not? The Voices, a black comedy starring Ryan Reynolds. This movie is just hilarious. It's intelligent, it's analytical, and it's funny, giving a wonderful insight into how a person with psychosis interacts and sees the world. Story-wise, it follows a young man named Jerry, who has just been released from the institution which he has been stuck in since he was a young boy. He's trying to readjust to society, living in the small town of Milton, working at the bathtub manufacturing plant, where he is trying to start a romance with a young British girl from accounting. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned. After one little accident on the side of the road, he fell on top of her and stabbed her in the stomach with a knife. Now he finds himself falling into darker and darker impulses as he tries to grapple with what he's really doing, and keeps trying to reaffirm that he is a good person and, quote-unquote, a good boy. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This is a funny, dark movie. A lot of the jokes really do come from some really morbid and dark places, so if you're in the right mind for that, like I am, you are going to love this. I mean, how many other movies can you say have a joke where a guy hits a moose or a deer with a car, it talks to him and tells him to kill it, does so, then just tries to finish an anecdote with the person who's freaked out, who then runs away, and then, while trying to catch up to them to apologise, accidentally trips over them and accidentally stabs them in the stomach. I'm going to hell when I die. Not only that, but the movie actually gives a genuinely authentic look into how someone with psychosis does see and interact with the world. I mean, Jerry hears voices, but they're not coming from anywhere and everywhere. They're coming from his pets. His dog, Roscoe, and his cat, Mr. Whiskers. Roscoe acts as his conscience and constantly reassures him that he is a good person and tries to steer him in the right moral path, whereas Mr. Whiskers is a bit more of a arsehole, constantly insulting him and degrading him and encouraging him to kill, 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 saying that it just feels good, it's an awesome rush. But even then, Mr. Whiskers does have some moments where he's actually supportive of Jerry and does encourage him to do something good, if only once. Not only that, but Jerry as a character is just so sympathetic and likable in all the right ways. He's a sweet, kind young man who really does just want to do good. Ryan Reynolds really brings him across as this in a fantastic way. I mean, if you thought he was fantastic in Deadpool, you need to see him in The Voices. The sympathy for Jerry is further brought across when you actually start to realise that what we're seeing in the movie isn't how things actually are, it's how Jerry sees them. There's a scene where he finally starts taking his pills, his medication to stop hearing voices, and then we, alongside Jerry, see the world for what it truly is. At first, everything was bright, cheerful, and a little bit saturated. Jerry's apartment, for instance, is shown to be bright, colourful, and clean, but after he's taken his pills, we see it for what it really is. It's dirty, it's dilapidated, it's unsanitary, and Jerry doesn't like it at all. In fact, he even feels lonely when he tells his pets to talk to him. The other actors are good too, but I really couldn't name any of them just off memory or looking at them at all. But they're good. They do just as good a performance as Ryan Reynolds, and yeah, here's hoping they did some better things after this. I mean, some more things. But if you're an aficionado of black comedy, yeah, some of the stuff you're probably going to be disappointed by. I mean, if you love movies like, say, Black Sheep, Meet the Feebles, Brain Dead, that's Dead Alive if you're American, or pretty much anything made by Peter Jackson before he did Lord of the Rings, sorry, but this movie's kind of lacking in the high-impact violence department. For some reason, it's rated R18 plus here, but we hardly see anything that's really intense. It's got the same problem as Clown, wherein all the really high-impact, gory stuff happens off-camera. We don't actually see it. We know it's happening, like when Jerry starts stabbing up the British girl, we know it's happening, we see it happen, but it's all off-camera. At most, this really should qualify for an MA 15 plus classification. Well, if you're under the age of 18 and you saw The Voices, and that's the only R-rated movie you've seen, trust me, there's much more intense stuff out there. Well, that's pretty much everything I need to say on The Voices. It's an intelligent, funny, and analytical look into psychosis that is just fantastic. If you haven't seen it and you love Deadpool, trust me, you are in for a real treat here. If you love Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool, you will love him as Jerry. And, okay, I know that people usually only do this with the Marvel movies, but sit through the credits. Because the sequence for the credits, it just comes out of nowhere with Jerry's own way of ascending into heaven when he's dead, spoiler warning, and it's just one of the funniest, most cheerful things I've seen in a movie since I can't remember. You have to see it. Like, go see the voices and sit through the credits, trust me, you will love it. Alright everybody, thanks again for watching the review, really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and maybe even check out some of my other movie reviews, or possibly even some of my game reviews. Not only that, but now I've also uploaded some stuff from my PS4, so maybe check some of that stuff out too. It's pretty nice to gawk at. Oh, and like the totally awesome song that happens at the end of this movie, okay, don't worry, I'll have a link in the description below. It is worth checking out, trust me, you will love it.